struggling just to make it through another. Let it all go. And this is what you got to say. Oh, I release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for love. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God.
I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God.
And she lives this life with complete abandon. I just think that's awesome. That's fantastic. You guys are fantastic. I mean, I love it when we can all sing together. We can all feel it from our hearts. We start to feel the connection between one another. We know where we are. And where are we? Unity of Pasadena on a Sunday. And I love Sundays. So it's great to see all of you. I'm happy to be back. Now, I think I'm a week late, right? Am I a week late? A week and an hour have gone by since I've been here, and I want to say to you guys that I was so happy to be able to bring David Allen Cruz to you. And, you know, he honed his skills as a musician while on cruise ships. So David Allen Cruz, I suppose, could be spelled two different ways. But what a musician, what a speaker, what a wonderful man, and I'm glad that you guys got to share that experience with him. And David is probably watching right now. Thank you, David. Appreciate it very much. Say hello to Nada for us. Hopefully, and I hope he's nodding his head to this, he and Nada will come back. We have seats for them right up front, right up here. So come on down. So I'm Reverend Greg Dorst, you guys. You knew that. I'm not sure everybody on live stream knows that, so I tell you. I am the senior minister here at Unity of Pasadena, and I'm proud to be that. I'm proud to do that. I'm proud to step into that and allow it to be my spiritual power. So it can only happen, though, if you're here. You know, and the more of your friends and relatives that come in and sit down with us, the greater the spiritual power. And we've seen that happen, too. You know, because I've been in this space when we started right after COVID where there were only a few of you, just a couple of you. And, you know, although I feel you, there just is an energy gap. You know, there's something that needs to be filled with a consciousness of goodness, with that consciousness of enthusiasm. So let's bring them on. Let's bring them on. And this is a time of year when we need to get together. So bring people on in so they can find this space where we connect and we do it spiritually. So, yeah, we're good. I know we're good. We have a unity saying that I'd like you to participate with me on. There's only one thing. It may look like more than one thing. It may feel like more than one thing. But it's only one thing. Expressing as you, expressing as me, and everything we see. Yeah, that's a pretty good statement of oneness. So we also have a unity blessing I'd like you to join me in. We love you. We bless you. We appreciate you just the way you are. And we have a statement of faith. There is only one presence and one power active in my life and in the universe. God the good omnipotence. And I am one with that presence and power. So what do you say we ring the gong and step into prayer? Go ahead and ring that, Jackie. Let's take a deep breath. We're going to do something different. I know you like to close your eyes. But there's something called open eye prayer that's really, really powerful, and I want you to feel the power in it. I want you to feel the spiritual power in it. If you will, open your eyes and look around and see the things that you're grateful for. See the people that you know. Feel the connection with each of them and know that they're on the same wavelength as you, bringing that power, bringing that goodness, bringing that love, bringing that joy. So let's just know this as we see each other. Let's know that God is present right here in this very space, right here in this very room. And that presence often unfolds as love, a feeling that each of us knows. So if you summon that feeling right now, summon that feeling in your heart, summon that feeling in your mind, when you look at somebody, just know that they're love in action. When you feel it, you know that God is here right now, present in this very room. This is the prayer that we recognize the presence through everyone here at Unity of Pasadena. That's what unity is about. Recognizing and knowing the God in you. And when you do that, you can see the God in me. And so I know that today is absolutely perfect. Our prayer is that everything unfolds perfectly, and it's already happening. It's happening because this space is filled with the right and perfect people. The right and perfect musicians are here for us, bringing a feeling of love through every note they sing and play. Our prayer chaplains right here in front of us, right around each and every one of you, holding the light, holding the spirit of the life force in this space. And all you got to do is open up to it. Open up to it. We're so thankful for the people that come in and greet. We're thankful for those that sit by the door and say hello as you walk in. We're thankful for the people who bring food. We're thankful for our usher, Millie. We're thankful for our PowerPoint team and our sound, Jackie. We're thankful for everything that we see, feel, and know, for we call it good. This is an amazing day. It's unfolding as the beauty of God. We embrace it. We hold it tight. With great thanksgiving, I release these words into the law of mind, and we say together, and so it is. Amen. Was that a different experience? It's a little different experience, huh? Well, I want you to have different experiences. I mean, that's why we do these things. So let's see. How about a different experience? I'll pick a question. It's time for that, isn't it? Time for that 3-minute question? So this 3-minute question is intended to be about 3 minutes, about a 3-minute answer. Sometimes I miss the mark a little bit, but that's okay. The questions are oftentimes difficult, sometimes far-reaching. Let's see what we get today. An easy one, like, when's your birthday? That'd be really nice, When's your birthday? What would you like for your birthday? I love it. Those kind of questions are really excellent. So, this is an easy one. Yeah. What is the meaning of life? Yeah? Yeah, thank you for asking that, whoever that was. Thank you for asking that question. I hear Steve laughing like, oh my God. His mind is swimming because, he has been with Unity for a long time. He was in the Youth of Unity program, and you probably had lots of questions around that kind of thing, and everybody kind of fumbled the ball, The meaning of life is breakfast, George Carlin. Oh, George Carlin, that's right. If you know George Carlin, the comedian, he used to answer that in very, very interesting ways. And that's kind of the point of this life we live here. You see, the meaning of life is not this or that, just like heaven's not here, low here, or low there. The meaning of life is in you as you, see. It's what you decide it is. The meaning of life is what you decide it is. Isn't that interesting? But if you decide there's no meaning to life, then there's no meaning to life because you've decided there's no meaning to life. So it's what you decide. It's what you believe it to be. Isn't that an interesting thought? You're an individualized aspect of God. You're an individualized aspect of life. You get to live it the way you so desire. You get to live it with love and joy and beauty and caring. You get to live it with people. You get to live it for good, or you can do exactly the opposite. You can set yourself in a cave in Tibet, and you can be all alone, and you've got your bowl, and the sun rises in the morning and sets at night, and there's nothing to do but meditate and go, this is the meaning of life. You could do that. You could. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but it's that person's path. Your path is the meaning of life for you. It's a beautiful thing. We get these choices. We get to do this. So, the question is broader, isn't it, than I thought it was when I first looked at it. Actually, it's about your individual understanding of what life is, because you're living that individualized life. The life of God is being lived through you. Give God a good time. Really, give God a good time. And bring a consciousness of amazing enthusiasm, joy, compassion, and love to this world every single moment, every single day. And you'll find that the life you live will continue to be your choice because it feels good to be good. I like that end. How'd we do? I think I did like 2 minutes and 22 seconds. Oh, see, I just went with 2. I like twos. So interesting question. Keep those interesting questions coming. My birthday is August 20th. You already know that. Just actually, I did have a different birthday. I had a sobriety birthday. And I brought this to show you guys because it was on Halloween. See, a sobriety birthday on Halloween is very interesting because you can pretend that people dress up and hand out candy in honor of you, And so I always do that. I always tell people, my sobriety birthday is all about handing out candy and dressing up, and I like that when you do it. But somebody sends me this kind of a gift every year. It's a coin, and it's a beautiful coin, and each year it has a different number on it, and this one's 27. And he puts it in boxes, which come from different parts of the world. This one's like this from Portugal, and it's a beautiful, beautiful box. So, David, if you're watching, thank you. Thank you, David. I appreciate it. I've shared it with people, and I want you to know that anything's possible. And if you knew me before this happened, you would say, no, that's not possible. I know anything is possible. All right, so what do you say we do a song?
I will be gentle with myself. I will be gentle with myself. and I will hold myself like a newborn baby child. I will be gentle with myself. I will be gentle with myself, and I will hold myself like a newborn baby child. I will be tender with myself. I will be tender with myself, and I will hold my heart like a newborn baby child. I will be tender with my heart. I will be tender with my heart, and I will hold my heart like a newborn baby child. And I will only go as fast as the slowest part of me feels safe to go. Yes, I will only go as fast as the slowest part of me feels safe to go. I will be easy on myself. I will be easy on myself, and I will love myself like a newborn baby child. I will be easy on myself. I will be easy on myself, and I will love myself like a newborn baby child. And I will only go as fast as the slowest part of me feels safe to go. Yes, I will only go as fast as the slowest part of me feels safe to go. Now I know I will be gentle with myself. I will be gentle with myself, and I will hold myself like a newborn baby child. I will be gentle with myself. You could sing this. I will be gentle with myself, and I will hold myself like a newborn baby child. And you'll rock yourself. I will rock myself like a newborn baby child. Love. Yes, I will love myself like a newborn baby child.
Sunday, November 3rd, 2024. Seasons. Throughout the seasons of life, my Christ light shines brightly. When winter follows the autumn harvest and the sun's light grows weaker, what may resemble barren land is actually a time of rest, a preparation for a new cycle of seasons. The sun's light and warmth change in ways that perfectly suit each season. My life, like the planet Earth, moves through seasons, the awakening of wonder in childhood, exciting and sometimes stormy growth during adolescence and early childhood, the achievements of my middle years, and the fulfillment that maturity and wisdom can bring. The Christ presence, the divine light within me, is my unfailing source of strength, understanding, and comfort in every season of life. And God said, "Let there be lights in the dome of the sky to separate the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years." Genesis chapter 1, verse 14. And so it is. Amen.
Good morning. Well, I was out sick from work for a week, the past week. That's why I wasn't here. And I just couldn't figure out what to do to feel better. And I realize now it's because of the change of the seasons. I always go through getting a chill, and I don't adjust very well to the colder weather when it gets chilly. So I went back to work, and I was like, I'm thinking, what the heck? I just didn't feel enthusiastic about going back to work, And then I centered myself, and I meditated for a moment, and I realized, well, wait a minute, we're here to help these people, because I'm working with people that are having financial difficulty. And we're here to help the people, and the best way I know in this world is just to share love. That love that we talked about, that we just sang about, that's where it all is. And the first person that I had was a woman who has just lost her husband, and she's moving back up to Berkeley. And she said, "I really have to center myself right now," and I understood what she was saying. And she said she's going to find a Unity Church up in Berkeley. I said, "Oh, guess what?" So I told her about our church here, and anyhow, we shared a lot in common. So, but what I wanted to share, I guess. The thought came to my mind all week. I think, oh my God, I've got to do meditation. I don't know what I'm going to say before I get here. A lot of times I'm not sure. And I pray and I ask for guidance. Let me know what to say and let me know what to do. So, anyway, there was a meditation with Marianne Williamson that came up last week. And it said, "We cannot save the world without God's help. But he can't save the world without ours. We need his love. He needs our hands and feet. I give him mine." So that's what I wanted to focus on. God comes through each one of us. And each one of you, and including me, we all have the light of the Christ light within us. And when Reverend Greg says there's only one thing, it's true, there is only one thing. There's only one life force that comes through each one of us. And each one of us is important in this world. And that love that comes through us to reach out, I don't want to cry, to reach out to other people, it is so important. So anyhow, that's how I got myself back. And I thought, okay, I have a purpose here in this world. So, do we want to say the prayer of St. Francis? And then we'll go into meditation for a couple minutes. God, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. Where there is sadness, joy. O divine presence, grant that I may not so much seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love. For it is in giving that we receive, it is in pardoning that we are pardoned, and it is through grace that we are given eternal life. So why don't we just right now take a deep breath and let it go. Let's take another one and let it go. And just focus on that light. There's a golden light within each one of us. And you are God's hands and feet here. We all are. And just let that light flow through your body. And think of the love that you're going to extend to the people that you meet this week. So let's be quiet for a couple minutes. You can see that light coming through each one of you, flowing from your heart. It's like a big flashlight. Okay, let's come back. And let's just remember, we cannot save the world without God's help, but He can't save the world without ours. We need His love, and He needs our hands and feet. Today, I give Him mine. Thank you for coming.
You will do amazing things with the choice each new day brings, and with every step you take, bless the progress that you make. The reason you live is found in every gift you give. Love your life, live your dreams, you will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing, you will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing, amazing things. Oh, the places you will go and the people you will know. Don't worry when or where or how. You don't have to know right now. You're on the right track. No need to look ahead or back. Just enjoy what this day brings. You can do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. You don't have to work it out. Just stay in the here and now. Let your mind rest for a little while. Sometimes deepest answers come when you're out there having fun. So close your eyes and take a breath and smile. Amazing, amazing. Yes, we can do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. We can do amazing things. You can do amazing things.
More and more and more books I keep bringing up here, you know. I love books. And sometimes you guys bring me more. Steve, seems like every time I walk through the front door here, Steve hands me a new book and says, oh, I just love this book. Tell me what you think of it. And I appreciate that, Steve, you know. The law of circulation, that's right, yeah. So you're circulating not only the book, but you're circulating the ideas in the book, you know? And that's really an important aspect of us understanding what it is we do in life. I want to welcome Dennis to the service. Dennis is in the back of the room. Dennis always shows up, but usually he's working or doing something else, and it's so good to see you, Dennis. You get a chance to meet all these people again, and people are just waiting to meet you too, so I'm really glad you're here. All right, so I decided that I was going to focus on something that's really near and dear to me, because it has to do with becoming aware of what it is you're doing, becoming aware of what it is you're believing about yourself and putting into action, so that you can get the result that you want in life. Now, many of you have probably heard spiritual people say, ministers say, prayer chaplains say that prayer is really important. I mean, prayers can be answered. Prayers are answered. They're answered every single day. And that's great and comforting news. It's wonderful and comforting news. But one must understand that prayer is a much larger concept than you might think. You know, because prayer isn't just the words that you say. I mean, it can't be just the words that you say, can it? I mean, so somebody might say, you know, I keep praying to turn right, and I just can't seem to turn right. Well, you always turn left, for crying out loud. I mean, you're never going to have your prayer answered for turning right when you're turning left. Which is the more powerful prayer? The turning left or the I want to turn right? Well, it's easy to know which is the more powerful prayer. It's your action. I mean, you're doing this thing every single day. Your action becomes your prayer, a much more potent prayer than what it is that you say. So the bottom line is you're capable of asking for things or talking about things or believing things that you do not actually believe at a deep level because you're doing the opposite in real life. So we're talking about self-care today, and self-care being your prayer. I mean, some of us mistreat ourselves. Some of us mistreat ourselves physically, emotionally. We don't get the most out of life socially. We don't spend the appropriate time that we would like to spend spiritually, yet we say we want a greater spiritual connection. I mean, if we say that what we really want is peace and serenity in the world, and we know that there's a way to get it, but we don't do that, which one is our prayer? Which one is our prayer? The not doing it is the prayer. Absolutely. I mean, so if you have something in the way of self-care that you're not doing, you're completely avoiding it, you're turning left instead of going right, then you're going to have to look at the more powerful prayer. I mean, I do this too. I mean, I tell myself that I must stop eating sugar. And so I'll go into prayer. All right, I don't see sugar in my life. There's no sugar coming in the door. There's no sugar here, no sugar there. And so, you know, Spirit doesn't hear no very well. You know, it's because I'm keying on sugar. Every Sunday it shows up here. Every Sunday I pack it up and take it home. You know? And then I say, oh, no sugar, prayer for no sugar, prayer for no sugar. I mean, come on, really. We do this. We truly do this. And we do this in other areas as well. I mean, for instance, you say that you would like to have a more vibrant social life, but you don't leave the house. I hit a nerve. You know, you want to, your prayer is to meet the perfect person or the right and perfect friends or those that can lead you to the things that you're really interested in, yet you don't go to them. I don't know whether you're waiting for them to come to you or not. But if you went out and widened your circle of friends, that would be a heck of a prayer, wouldn't it? It would be a heck of a prayer, particularly if you have the idea in mind of what it is you'd really like to see show up in life. You would start attracting people of like mind to you. This is how you guys all found each other. This is how you found each other. You know, somebody may have said, you got to go here, you know, because he talks about things that really make sense. He talks about a bunch of stuff that you might be interested in knowing. And you can also be with me, you know. So you can sit right here with me. It's a double win, you know. And you guys show up here, and you know that it works for you. And the people here are absolutely loves. I mean, they bring love into your life. They bring the friendship that you're craving. They bring the moments that you feel best during your week. They truly do. I know that. I see the smiles on your faces, and people tell me. You know, so if you really want that vibrant social life, you won't stay home. You'll come here. I'm waving at some of the people on the live stream, and some of you I know are way out of state, and so you get a pass on that. But like if you're just down the street, come on. We don't care what you're wearing. In fact, we love weird things. Look at the blue shoes, for crying out loud. I mean, where can I wear those except here? I mean, I can't. They're my Dodger shoes, Lee. They're my Dodger shoes. So the whole idea is that everything that you do, all that you concentrate on, focus on, whatever your intention is, actually becomes your prayer. It's not just those moments that you sit quietly, bow your head, close your eyes, and ask for something. It's the things that you do. It became very, very obvious to me when a man by the name of Sam Beasley, yes, Sam, all Sams are wise, Sam Beasley handed me this book. It is entitled, Your Life is Your Prayer. And you can take a look at it after the service and, figure out how to get one of your own if you're interested. But Sam Beasley one day was at a location where I was speaking in La Quinta. And I got up and did, I think it was an ethics training or something, and I got real deep. I got deep into ethical ideas and concepts and how we're a reservoir of how it is we show up. And so do we need to do the deep work, or can we just say, I read that code of conduct and now I'm different, which is always very, very interesting. But I bring a spiritual component to everything, and I did that day. And at the end of my talk, Sam Beasley came over to me and said, I want to gift you something. And he wrote something very nice in the book, and he said some very, very nice things. And little did I know that he was giving me something that just widened my idea around what it is my spiritual life looks like, and saying in so many different words what I know to be true. So Sam Beasley writes a bunch of different chapters in this book. And these chapters are, of course we know this, your thoughts are prayers. Your thoughts are prayers. So you're always thinking, you're always praying. Be careful what you're thinking is the point behind that. And a lot of people say that, and I think there are songs that say exactly that too. But your feelings are your prayers too. How you're feeling about things. We here, I think, are a little bit more aware of how we're feeling, and we have ways of, taking a look at it, shifting our thoughts, making the changes that are necessary in the moment so that we don't have to feel that negative sense about us, shifting to the positive sense. And I've talked about this a lot, and since we're near Thanksgiving, you know that I'm probably going to talk about it, how gratitude shifts your thoughts and your feelings immediately. There's just no space for anything else when you're grateful. It's right there. He says things like, worry and fear are your prayers. Man, that's scary, isn't it? Worry and fear are your prayers. Yeah, they are. If you worry and have fear all the time, what do you think is going to show up in your life? Let me just say this at this juncture. Your prayers are always answered. If you walk in the direction of that door, you are going to go out. And that's okay. After this whole thing's over. But your prayer is shown in your actions. And that prayer is answered. Your prayer is shown in the way you feel about things. Oh, it's going to be a horrible day. The time changed. Yes, it is. God says yes to everything, essentially. If this is the way you feel, this is the way you think, God says yes. Yeah, it is a horrible day for you. For you. Granted. I think of the genie going, granted. Yes, you can have a horrible day. So the idea is that if you live your life in a way that's consistent with what you think you want, you're going to get what you think you want. If you live your life in a way that is not consistent with what you think you want, then you're not going to get it. So I ask this question, are you engaging in self-care today? Have you figured out what it is you'd like to see showing up in your life that would make you or help you to feel better? That would help you to gain some emotional stability? Here's the thing. If what's going on in the political realm today, and it's very, very hard for a lot of people, is bothering you, for crying out loud, find something more interesting to think about. There are all kinds of things out there to think about. You don't have to fall into worry and fear. I don't care what side of the fence you're on. You don't have to fall into that. Find something more interesting to think about. You know, things are going to unfold the way they unfold. I mean, do what you're supposed to do and be where you're supposed to be. If that means vote, vote. Vote your values. Vote your conscience. Be where you're supposed to be. Do what you're supposed to do. And when that happens, the things that are supposed to show up are going to show up for you. And the things that you wanted to get done are going to get done. I mean, that's a widening aspect of what prayer is about. So let me tell you how that unfolded for me over this last week, because you know I've been out of town. I have been in Palos Verdes, and I met with a bunch of Unity ministers. I met with people who are in leadership in Unity. I met with, in fact, I spent 4 days with the president of the Unity organization itself, and got to know him very, very well. I spent 4 days with members of the board of Southwest Unity. And I did that, and Southwest Unity, by the way, is a group of churches and people, including congregants, that live in the southwest area of the United States. So there's California, there's Nevada, there's Arizona, there's New Mexico, there is Hawaii now. Hawaii got added into it. I mean, it'd be nice, we'll just all pack up and go to Hawaii for a church service. How about that? They're in our region. So I went there because I wanted to widen my experience of what Unity's about. I wanted to meet Unity leadership and let them know that we exist. I wanted to meet some people that would help us to become a more vibrant part of a larger spiritual community. And so, with that in mind, they decided to elect me to the board of trustees for the Southwest Unity region. Okay. Now, that's a pretty cool thing, you see. But they weren't going to do that without me being there. They weren't going to do that without me having this desire that I put into action to get to know more and different people, to bring about a shift in the way that people think of us, because they don't know you. They don't. And were they ever surprised to know that you guys are an incredibly loving community that's drama-free? And I said drama-free, and they went, no way. Yes way. Yeah. And I smiled and I said, wouldn't you like to be me? By the way, that's funny. Because, I mean, I'm almost 70 years old, and I got gray hair. No, wouldn't you, though? I've always said to people, if we could trade places for just 10 minutes, you'd never want to go back. Now, I don't say that necessarily because it's true. I say that because I want to think and believe that about my life, that it's that good. It's that good that everybody would love to live it, just like I love to live it. And I hope you feel that way about you. I hope you feel that way about yourself. Yeah, I see some heads nodding. I know you do. So we are smack in the middle of this thing now, because they started saying things like, oh, we got to get you on the executive committee. And I said, slow down. For crying out loud, slow down. Let's figure out, what we can do and how this will work, and let's figure out what my role is, and, whether or not this is, an environment where things can actually grow or change or whatever it is. Because what I'd like to see is a more vibrant unity thought process around the world. And how do we do that? How do we create a shift? How do we become a part of the tipping point that can bring about this idea that the Christ consciousness is in everything and everybody? All you got to do is let it shine. All you got to do is let it. It's in you. Just like I don't know how many pints of blood are in you. Do you guys know how many? We got to have a nurse in here somewhere, or a doctor. How many pints? How many? She forgets. She's a quart low. You're a quart low today. We'll get you some more blood. We'll have you eat some more food. 2 plates for you. I don't know. Let's say 12 pints, 8 pints. Let's say, I don't know how many. Yeah. Oh, they're 10. 10 pints of blood in you. All right. Well, it's in you, isn't it? It's in you. It's already in you, for crying out loud. It's in you. I mean, it's baked into who you are. It's in you already. That Christ consciousness is in you already. And it's hard for people to believe that. Because you go, oh, I'm just a human. I got frailties. You know, I don't always do the right thing. And I don't always feel the way I really want to feel. And I don't feel perfect. And the Christ consciousness is perfect. Well, you are perfect. The only thing that keeps you from understanding and being that is that you think that it's not there. Because of the way things have unfolded so far. Remember, you can change that. You can change that right now. So, this whole idea that Sam Beasley put together in this little tiny book is very, very cool. I mean, he truly is a unity minister. You know, I mean, he says things like, your family is your prayer. Wow, isn't that great? Your music, books, movies, and art are your prayers. Great stuff. The things that you write are your prayers. And I look across here and I go, oh, the people who were in that class that we had, from self-condemnation to self-compassion, you know, I mean, we're going to leave self-condemnation behind and come into this feeling of self-compassion. One of the tools was writing. Some of the people in this room never wrote before, never spent time writing, did it, and have had the most amazing change. And I can tell you that I know why that change came about, and I know it's possible because I too have that. So I come up here all the time and I talk about the book of Greg. This is the book of Greg. It is the book of Greg. It's filled with writings of mine. It's filled with things that I like about what you've said and done, and other artists and poets and writers. Great quotes. It's filled with all sorts of really neat stuff and some ideas. You know, when I have an idea that needs to be expressed before I forget it, I just go to this. It's a go-to. And I knew this day would happen. I knew one day it would happen. But the book of Greg filled up. It filled up. It's full. It is possible it might be in paperback soon. I don't know. I don't know. It depends on whether or not. I'm considering this idea that the Catholic Church might want to add this, you know, to the books that are already spoken for. You know, I don't understand why not. I love that laugh, Sam. That's great. So the point is, I felt I had to close it a little bit, and it really goes along with this theme. I'm going to read the last page, okay? This is what I wrote on the last page. In a very real sense, the book of Greg has been a prayer. It contains my thoughts, my feelings, and my beliefs, and when expressed have become manifest in me and for me. This is a demonstration of the Word made manifest, and by extension, the activity of the divine in me as me. Each thought is a prayer. Each thought expressed gains power. Each idea focused and refocused with emotion becomes an intention and begins to show up in my life. Such is love and compassion and peace, which is the essence of the book of Greg, expressed as poems, songs, quotes, directly from a desire to own them as Greg and express them not only as words on the page, but as me and through me. These words have become the foundation of who I am. Each word is a prayer. Each prayer a pearl. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. And I read it to Jackie, and she said, oh, I love that, Greg, and I believe that that is true. You know, we watched some things unfold, and it's just beautiful stuff. And I said, well, thanks for that. So she promptly went out and got another book. She went out and got the second volume of the book of Greg. See? She says this is to Greg. I wrote at the top of it, not to like T-O, but to, like in 2 Corinthians. They call it the second book of Greg. And so you want to hear the first words in the second book of Greg? It's a quote that I made up. I made this quote up because oftentimes the quotes that other people, you know, have somehow published or others have found out there don't seem to make it for me. So this fits what I'm talking about. The unshaped, the unformed is waiting for you to decide what you want. The unshaped, the unformed is waiting for you to decide what you want. Then I thought to myself, you better make that your own. You better allow people to understand how they can. So here we go. The unshaped, the unformed is waiting for me to decide what I want. That's your prayer, if you want it. You can have that. The book of Greg is probably going to have a lot more volumes. I hope it does. You know, that means I'll have a nice long life and a lot of thought running through that I want to express and want to put out there. But for now, this is what we have. For now. But each day gets a little bit brighter if you let it. Each moment gets a little bit more exciting if that's what you want. Each time you wake up, the day gets a little more vibrant if that's what you want. Yeah. So let's live it. Let's live it. And so it is. Well, thank you for going on that journey with me. We have Millie come on forward here with a paper that has some names on it. We finally get to find out who's on the live stream. I could guess. I guess some of these. And I want to say good morning, Audrey, because that's what she said to us. She said, let's do this. Good morning, Audrey. We also have Anita Arakawa on, and many of you know Anita. Yeah. And I hope your dog Huck is with you. I hope Huck is right there with you. Huck is an amazing animal, beautiful dog. I just love dogs. And we have Reva. Reva! Great to see you, Reva. Great to feel you, Reva. Trish. Trish says good morning, too. So hello, Trish. Good morning. We have Colleen, all the way from Illinois. Colleen, we miss you. We have Charlene. All right, Charlene. You know what? We miss you very, very much. But we know you're there. We absolutely adore you. And, you know, you're just as close as a hello today. We also have Charles DeTurk. And Charles DeTurk, all the way from Michigan. Come on, Charles. Come on down, Charles. We have Martha Morris, too. Martha Morris. Martha, I know you live pretty close. Come on down. Oh, Rose? Rose? I don't see Rose. Oh, Rose! I missed your name. A Rose by any other name. Rose, it's so nice to see you, Rose. Thank you very much. So there might be others who didn't say anything. And sometimes that happens. Yeah, because we know Mike once in a while is on YouTube, and we can't see that either. We can't see that right away. So, hi, Mike. I know you are. Hi. Good to see you. So we have a vibrant community online, too. And we appreciate that. We enjoy it, and they love you just as much as we love them. So, all right. So we're going to do our community giving, and I want you to join me in that. We have a community giving statement. I want you to take your gift, put it over your heart, feel the energy in it. Know that it, too, brings about good things. For Unity of Pasadena is that good space where good things happen, and we honor that through our giving. Say with me, please. God is the source of my overflowing supply, and I am grateful, and so it is.
Well, today is the day I will change my luck. I will find 3 pennies and they'll be heads up. I will walk like a queen in my tennies and jeans. I know where I come from. From the stars, from the sun, from the magical one. I am part of this thing called life, yeah. From the known to unseen, everything in between. I am part of this thing called life. Yeah, I am one with the thing called life. Well, today is the day I'll remember to see more of good, more of God happening through you and me. I will not forget the treasures to me, 'cause I know where I come from. From the stars, from the sun, from the magical one, I am part of this thing called life, yeah. From the known to unseen, everything in between, yes, I am part of this thing called life. Oh, I am one with this thing called life. Well, today is the day I'll be more of myself. Love my skin where I've been and everyone else. No more push, no more pull, simply flow as I go, 'cause I know where I come from. From the stars, from the sun, from the magical one, yes, I am part of this thing called life, yeah. From the known to unseen, everything in between, yes, I am part of this thing called life. Oh, yes, I am one with this thing called life. Oh, I am loved by this thing called life.
That's funny, that song that you picked, I mean, we already know, we learned what the meaning of life is, and now we sang about it. That's pretty cool stuff. That's great. Come on down, please, Millie. Ah, yes. So look at this. These tithes and treasures, you guys, it's love, speaking in many ways. You see, it's something, the energy of love that's brought to us so that Unity of Pasadena can be as vibrant as it can possibly be, can bring a consciousness of love and caring throughout the world. So please know in your heart with me the following, that we here at Unity of Pasadena use these tithes and treasures with integrity. We use these tithes and treasures to bring about a consciousness of love and caring and compassion and understanding in a big way here at Unity of Pasadena and throughout our community, which ripples out to the world at large. We're so blessed. We share that blessing. We're so grateful for it. I release these words into the law of mind, knowing they're done. Please join me by saying, and so it is. Amen. Thank you, Millian. All right, who's doing our community today? Come on up, Paul. What an exciting thing. Paul, I'm going to get this microphone ready for you. Stuff. The Book of Greg and Book of Greg, 1 and 2. A wardrobe.
Well, good morning, everyone. You know what? I love Sundays too. Now you say, why is that? Well, I have the opportunity to be with all of you. You've seen our visions, mission, and core values demonstrated in our service today. Let's take a moment now and affirm them together. There we go. Shall we repeat? Do this together? Envisioning a world powerfully transformed through the growing movement of shared spiritual awakening. Now our mission statement? All right. Transforming lives by living and sharing our inner truth of divine wisdom, compassion, and love using practical spiritual principles. Okay? Right on time. Creating community, living love, teaching truth, serving spirit. Now, hospitality. Today is the first Sunday of the month, and it's brought to you by Team A, B, and C. Thank you for everyone for coming early to set up and staying late to clean up. Next week is T to J, and the fourth Sunday is Gratitude Sunday, with the church providing. Jackie Dorst will have a sign-up sheet for our Gratitude Sunday on November 24th. Today is tea time. Today is also tea time with your prayer chaplain. Our beloved Helen is leading the way. Thank you. Okay. Friends indeed. Have a little bulletin here that I want to show you. There was this Friends of Deed insert. This is it. In your November. Okay. Bulletin today listing items needed for their cold weather clothing drive. It has a list of items that they need. We have a chance to help out. We can bring you gently used or new items here to the church beginning next Sunday through December 8th. Okay. Now, I'm going to invite Jackie Dorst to share something new that's happening this Thursday evening after meditation. Jackie? All right. Thank you. Okay, thank you. You're quite welcome.
Well, since Basha is in charge of that, and she's here today, she gets to come up with me. First off, before we go into the new Thursday evening event that is going to be starting this Thursday, I just wanted, while we have Basha up here, just say thank you to her for the Sundays, the once-a-month Sundays, the sound bath and healing. It's just been amazing, and everyone has enjoyed it so much. And it's really helped the church out, too, financially with it, and it's very generous. And so, Basha, so what is this really going to be looking like on Thursday night?
So as I was sitting here, when you said, can you come up, I was like, oh. So here I am, and the first Thursdays of the month, this is something new, so I'm foreseeing that it's going to continue past this Thursday. December, January, February, and then we will see how that progresses. But you could give yourself a mini retreat. Start with the prayer and meditation. That's at 5:45 p.m. Very wonderful and healing and heart-centered. And then,
Every Thursday.
yes,
At
5:45 for 1 hour. And then after, at 7 p.m., I'm going to, well, it's not me specifically, but it is a Reiki wellness circle that I was inspired to bring to Jackie and Barbara as an idea to do on the first Thursdays, which is myself and other Reiki practitioners, or I've been teaching Reiki for about 16 years or so, and when they start, they're Reiki practitioners in training, and so they don't have clients. Maybe they have family that they could work on, or maybe the family thinks that it's a little bit too strange. So this is an opportunity for them to practice, and it's by donation to Unity. Whatever you put in the basket stays here. And I call on Reiki practitioners, Reiki masters to come and help this Thursday. So it's not just me, it's us allowing you to have a spiritual, peaceful experience, to be in the sanctuary here and connect to your heart love, connect to spirit within. Reiki is a healing modality. I call it Reiki love, divine love, that comes through the practitioner when we center ourselves and we channel that energy to the person receiving. So at a Reiki share, you may have 5 people working on you from head to toe, and that could equal like a 1-hour session, because for about 20 minutes, we are focusing just on you. How will that work? Well, if there are a lot of people coming in, then you sit quietly and you wait your turn. We'll have 1 massage table and maybe more, but we'll also be using the, from my Catholic upbringing, pews, but benches, and you could bring your blankie to be more cozy. It's a very humbling, sacred experience for me to see, because I'm overseeing a little bit as well and helping people that are new. just to step back and watch this calm, loving energy is truly, it's not describable in words. So the lights will be low, there'll be candles throughout. And the last Sundays here, and with Pinoko when she's not in Japan, we bring healing instruments. So it won't be exactly like that, but I will have some that I will bring and play. So there'll be a little bit of sound healing as well. So I welcome you this Thursday by donation, 7 p.m., or if you can come and make a mini retreat out of it, 5:45. Thank you.
Thanks, Basha. So it's like in 3 layers. We have the teachers that will be teaching, and then you receiving, and so it's perfect circulation, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, thank you, and Greg, we'll hand it over to you.
Well, that's perfect for the day we talk about self-care here. So thank you very much for bringing that to us. And thanks for your generosity. Basha, you have been incredibly generous, and Pinoko as well, and it's just been great. So we're going to close up with a silent unity prayer for protection, and then we're going to sing a song. What song are we going to sing? The peace song. Oh, all right. Well, we know that one. Thank you. He had a choice of 2. You know, I wanted him to say, "I want to hold your hand," you know, by the Beatles. We all know that one too, but not a traditional closing song. So let's all stand for the silent unity prayer for protection. Oh, by the way, if you want prayer after this service, you can stay in your seat, and a prayer chaplain will come to see you. And our prayer chaplain of the day is Anita, and there are other prayer chaplains that can step in and help as well. So please do that. All right, join me. The light of God surrounds us. I am light. The love of God enfolds us. I am love. The power of God protects us. I am power. The presence of God watches over us. I am presence. Wherever I am, God is. I am divine, and all is well.
Moment